Ladies and gentlemen, guys and girls, my name is Reavyne and welcome back to my channel. Now before we get into the video, I have caught the goddamn plague. I am sick at the moment and I feel like shit, so my voice may be a bit weird and it might be all over the place. There's a heads up on why that's a thing. But last night there was another Warriors Den live stream and it was the big Season 8 event reveal thing where they basically just went through a whole bunch of stuff that we already know, but we are going to go through a bunch of stuff so that way everyone is up to date for when Marching Fire launches in about 4 days or so. And there is a very big hint that they gave us with a picture for 2019, which should be around the time of Season 9, which we're going to get into because it has something in there that I've been asking for a long time, you've all been asking for a long time, and I've made several videos about, and I have some speculations about, which we'll get into later on, so that's going to be pretty damn cool. But first, let's get into the news. So the content of the week is the executions. I put out a brand new video about that, which goes through all the executions and shows them all off. They're all in game right now for 7,000 steel each, and they will be playing in the background of the video, so you can check them out there, and or you can go onto my channel and find a full video there if you want like sound and everything with them. Next up, there is an event game mode, which is Ranked Duel Tournament, that is going from the 12th of October until the 15th of October, which is, you know, pretty damn cool. And there is also, of course, an event order to go along with that, and that is the Ranked Vanquisher Challenge. So be the faction with the most ranked matches played from October 12th to October 15th, and as a reward, you'll get the XP boost tickets. So next up, we're going to be talking about all the stuff that's coming with the Marching Fire update. I'm going to be going through it all. I've made a ton of videos on this stuff in the past, going into detail with them, so if you want to check that out, feel free to go onto my channel and you can find all the Warriors Den recaps from past weeks that go over everything in detail, so feel free to check those out. But when Marching Fire launches, let's go over what you get for free. So on the 16th, Marching Fire will be launching and you'll be getting the free graphical update. Everyone gets that. It's awesome. They've tweaked all the lighting, they've tweaked all the settings and everything with the backdrops, like, you know, the skyboxes and everything. It all just looks way better. It all looks more crisp. It all just looks really nice compared to what it was before. Everything's more vibrant and it's awesome. And from what the devs have said, none of that will impact your performance on the game, which should be cool. We'll have to wait and see on that. But everybody gets that. Everyone also gets the brand new 4v4 breach mode, okay? So it is this awesome siege mode. It is releasing with 3 maps, a Viking one, a Samurai one, and a Knight one. Everyone is unique in terms of, like, you know, minions and all that. So the Viking one will have Viking minions. It will have a Viking King at the end, a Viking Guardian. It's all really cool, and so on and so forth. And on top of that, there will be 4 brand new heroes that will be coming with the Wulin faction, the Chinese faction, which everyone will get to play. Now, there is a caveat with that. So on the 16th, when Marching Fire drops, unless you pre-order, you will have to wait 2 weeks before you can buy the brand new heroes for 15,000 steel each. If you do pre-order Marching Fire before that, you will have access to the brand new heroes on October 16th, and you also get them for free. You don't have to buy them for steel. But the new heroes do count as being free, considering you don't have to, you know, purchase them with real money. You can just use in-game steel that you farmed up. You just have to wait 2 weeks essentially for the early access period to go away. And then let's get into the stuff that isn't free with the Marching Fire update, and that is pretty much going to be the PvE arcade mode. Okay, that thing, you have to buy the expansion pass in order to get that. It is this endless PvE mode where you go through. It's sort of like the hero trials that they did, which were really fun. But if you do not own the Marching Fire expansion pack, there is a way to play the arcade mode, and that is to play with a friend who does own it. So if you get them to sort of invite you, you'll be able to play it. But the problem there is, as soon as you stop playing with them, you won't be able to play it anymore unless you buy the X pack. So keep that in mind. Now, a few more free things that are coming to the game that I forgot to mention is there will also be the arena training mode, which is basically just a better way of teaching you how to play characters in the training mode. There will be new armor sets and weapon variations, which will be coming into the game. I have a bunch of videos on my channel showcasing all the brand new Viking armor, the brand new Knight armor, the brand new Wulin armor, DLC heroes, and of course the Samurai. There are a couple of face reveals in there as well, so feel free to check those out. But basically all of that is free as well, so there's a bunch of stuff coming to this update, which is going to be pretty damn cool. It's going to be a pretty big update. Now, there are also some buffs to the brand new Wulin heroes that are going to be coming. They said they were going to be buffing them, and here is what they did. I'm going to read it out, and then we're going to go over it. So, for the Shaolin, Key Stance no longer has stamina degeneration, which is really cool. It should help his stamina management. And the top Key Stance light attack now has a stun property again, which is also really nice. And the Key Stance side heavies have an undodgeable property, which is really cool because too many people were just either tapping you with a light attack with that, or they were just dodging out of the way, which was really annoying to sort of hit people with that. You had to wait for them to go into a full attack and then, you know, try and time it at the right time where you weren't slow enough that you get hit, but you were quick enough that you get out of the way and be able to hit them. It was really complicated. And this is kind of doesn't really make a difference, but the second and third hit in the triple light combo has been increased by 1 damage. That's not really going to do much, but hey, at least it's something. But next up with the Nushia. Okay, so the Nushia, you can now continue your chains after missing your trap mechanic. Now, this should be really cool. I mean, I'm interested to see how much this actually makes her more viable, because right now she's a bit meh, apart from just being a light attack spammer. But yeah, the fact now that you miss a trap and you're able to just follow up with a quick light attack should be pretty cool. Hopefully it helps. Hopefully it buffs her up a bit. And once again, kind of meh, they increase the second and third light finishes damage by 2. Okay, like I said, better than nothing, not really something to write home about. Now, the Tiandi, he got some love, so we're going to go over this. So, whiffing your palm strike can now be continued by your chains, which is really, really cool. It's the same sort of thing they did with Anushia, and it's really awesome. So now when you whiff your palm strike, you can follow up with another light attack or something, so you're not just left there doing nothing and they're basically just taking free damage against you. Next up, the Dragon Kick no longer causes stagger into a wall. So that's something to keep in mind. Normally, you're going to use this thing anyway to just reset a fight, so kick someone away and say, you know what, just get away, and then reset, or you're going to be using it to kick them off a cliff. Let's be completely honest here. Next up, they've made it a lot easier to successfully perform your dragon dodges, which is really cool. The easier those things are to do on reaction, the better. And we have some damage buffs for the guy as well. So the second light now does 14 damage, was 12. Top heavy opener now does 35 damage, was 30. That's pretty damn cool. And the heavy side opener now does 30 damage, was 27. And the second heavies now do 37 damage. They were 35. So it's only been bumped up by 2, but it's starting to get close to that 40 mark. That's a lot of damage. So the Tiandi is doing pretty well. And when it comes to Jiangjun, Mr. Grandpa himself, he's got a couple of little buffs, which will hopefully help him out a bit when it comes to opening people up. So essentially, he's got given a speed buff to his kick, so that way, you know, you can go for that top heavy and then give him a quick little kick, which you can follow up with a light. That's cool. It should help open people up. And they've also sped up his soft feint dodge light attack. So that's going to be really good at just, you know, mind gaming people. They think you can go for the heavy and then just quickly get that light attack out. It's going to be quite nice. That's pretty much all Jiangjun needed. He's pretty solid. As long as the kick now is able to open people up successfully majority of the time, he should be fine. So that was pretty much everything shown leading up to this thing. We've covered it all in the previous months, but it's good to go over it all again so that way everyone knows exactly what's happening once Marching Fire drops. But now we get into the big juicy thing, and I love this because they're doing exactly what I've been asking for and I've made tons of videos on. Now, speculation time. I'm going to be putting a picture up on screen that they showed. Now, this thing says Year of the Harbinger. It's 2019, and it's got a big fucking two-handed hammer there. Now, for those of you who've been following my channel for a while, I've made several videos in my possible hero series, and I've made a few heroes that I've come up with that wield two-handed hammers. Moles, maces, whatever you want to call it. I made a possible hero video on the Frostborn, which is a giant Viking guy with a two-handed hammer, and he just looks freaking awesome. And in my possible knight hero video, I talked about the Juggernaut, which was a knight version of it in a heavy armor with a big fucking mace. It's just awesome because he gets to run around and crush people. But this is really cool. Right now, maces and hammers and moles and stuff have been neglected in the game. It's good to see them starting to use it. But based off this picture, it's one of two things for me, okay? It's either a Viking hero or it's going to be a Chinese one that uses this. Now, there's two reasons why I think this. One, if you look at the hilt, it's got like, if they just tilted it to the side, I'd be able to see better, but it looks like a sort of a dragon of some kind. It looks kind of like a snake, maybe, something along those lines. But if you look on the actual hammer itself, it's got all like this infinity symbol thing, something that's like a very Norse-looking symbol to me. So that's why I'm leaning more towards either a Viking hero or it's going to be, you know, a Chinese one because of the dragon on the head thing. But then again, that could also be like a snake, could go with a Norse theme, which of course would be Vikings. But this is going to be dropping around the time, by the looks of it, of Season 9, which of course we need brand new heroes in the game. They can't just keep doing reworks. We need reworks and brand new heroes. I've said this for the longest time. Obviously, we're going to be getting a heavy hero. Obviously, he's going to be using a giant two-handed mace hammer thing, and my tips are it's going to be for the Vikings. But I cannot wait to get closer to this and to see what it is. I can't wait to see how he plays and everything. But let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think, which faction it's going to be. Do you think he's going to be heavily armored? Which, please let him be heavily armored. If he's a Viking, give him lots of furs, like, you know, bear furs, coats, everything. Just make him look awesomely Viking in heavy armor and just let him crush people. If he's a knight or something, once again, just deck him out in full fucking plate armor and just let him crush people. But let me know which faction you think it's going to be going to. Let me know if you think he's going to be heavily armored or not. I would love to hear from you guys. But that is pretty much it. My voice is giving out and I'm slowly dying. So I'm just going to end this here. I'm going to creep off into the corner and I'm going to die. Cannot wait for Marching Fire. Cannot wait to start playing these heroes. Cannot wait to do my guides and to go through all that sort of stuff. It's going to be a ton of fun. But that is the end of the video, guys. So thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below and let me know your thoughts. I love reading and replying to all your comments down below. And feel free to check out my Discord and Twitter. There is a link down below in the description box for both of those as well. The Discord is a great way for me to talk to you guys outside the YouTube comments section. And of course, the Twitter is a great way for you guys to get a notification whenever a video is being uploaded, because YouTube is a bit weird sometimes. And if you like this video and you like what I'm doing here on the channel and you want to support the channel further, feel free to check out my Patreon. There'll be a link down below in the description box and a link will pop up at the end of the video. And if you choose to donate, it is greatly appreciated. And a big shout out to my current patrons whose names you've been seeing in the background. Just wanted to say thank you for your support. It really does mean a lot. And please share this video around. It does help me out a fuck ton. And if you want to see more videos from me, please hit the subscribe button. I shall see you all in the next video. Have a good one, guys.